King Charles III of the United Kingdom attends a 200th Sovereign's Parade in Surrey. Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco attend a gala dinner in Florence. Queen Letizia of Spain presents an award in Cordoba. And Crown Princess Mary of Denmark attends a high-level event in Copenhagen. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for April 14th, 2023. In Copenhagen, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Mary of Denmark attended the opening of the Global Leaders Group high-level event on antimicrobial resistance, held inside Hall A at the Bella Center. The high-level event, held in connection with the opening of the 33rd European Congress of Clinical Microbiology and Infectious Diseases, is a forum where policymakers and distinguished scientists engage on key AMR issues and forge partnerships between science and policy. The Global Leaders Group high-level event on antimicrobial resistance session is intended to, quote, strengthen the links between research, policy, and practice to generate sustainable solutions and a broader research agenda to address the pressing needs of AMR across all sectors, end quote. During today's opening, the Crown Princess gave the keynote speech in conjunction with the Prime Minister of Barbados, Miss Mia Amor Motley, as well as with the Danish Minister of the Interior and Health and the Director of the World Health Organization. Thereafter, the Crown Princess attended several panel sessions, including the preventative measures for AMR, COVID-19 lessons, and the role of research. Meanwhile, the Danish Royal Court announced that the Crown Princess, accompanied by the Minister for Development Cooperation and Global Climate Policy, Mr. Dan Jorgensen, will visit Vanuatu, Fiji, and Australia, beginning on April 23rd through the 28th. The visit will focus on the consequences of climate change in the South Pacific. The visit will begin in Vanuatu on April 23rd through the 24th. The islands were recently hit by 2 Category 4 cyclones, all within 1 week, early last month. And if that wasn't enough, 2 earthquakes hit Vanuatu at the same time. On a side note, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions happen all the time in Vanuatu. Out of all the countries within the Ring of Fire, which are Alaska, California, Panama, Peru, Chile, Japan, Philippines, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and New Zealand, etc., the islands of Vanuatu are more susceptible to frequent seismic activity and earthquakes. So what is the Ring of Fire? Well, it's when tectonic plates collide. These tectonic plates end up overlapping at convergent boundaries known as subduction zones. As subduction takes place, rocks melt and form magma, thus leading to a volcanic eruption. And that's today's science lesson. Moving on. During her visit, the Crown Princess will, amongst other things, take part in field visits to crisis response areas and have the opportunity to meet individuals who manage reconstruction projects in the wake of natural disasters. From April 25th through the 27th, the Crown Princess will visit Fiji. On April 28th, the Crown Princess and Minister Jorgensen will visit Sydney, Australia. Whilst there, they will participate in an event with Danish business representatives who are involved in the green transition in Australia, as well as visit a number of Danish-led projects related to sustainable construction and transport. On Thursday in Berlin, His Royal Highness Prince Joachim of Denmark participated in a business promotion/conference that focused on strengthening Danish-German cooperation in the defense industry. According to the Danish Royal Court, over 50 Danish and German companies participated in the business conference. Quote, the prince opened the conference with a speech and subsequently attended speeches and presentations from the participating companies, end quote. In the afternoon, the prince, accompanied by the Danish ambassador to Germany, visited German Parliament. Meanwhile, in Copenhagen, Ms. Lene Ballaby, head of communications for the Danish Royal Court, announced that the confirmation of His Excellency Count Henrik of Montbézat will take place at the Danish Church in Paris on May 18, 2023 at 11 a.m. Unfortunately, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark will not attend the confirmation due to Her Majesty's recent extensive back surgery and the quote, rehabilitation that follows, end quote. However, their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, along with their children, Prince Christian, Princess Isabella, Prince Vincent, and Princess Josephine, will attend the confirmation. Following the ceremony, there will be a private party with close friends and family. In Stockholm, His Majesty King Carl Gustaf of Sweden held an audience on Thursday with the Speaker of the House of Commons of Canada, Anthony Rota, at the Kungliga Slottet. Meanwhile, Her Majesty Queen Sylvia of Sweden, as High Patron, presided over the presentation of 25 scholarships from the King Gustaf V and Queen Victoria Freemason Foundation for Research for the Elderly, held at Buska Slottet in Stockholm. According to the Swedish Royal Court, the scholarships will, quote, support scientific research for the elderly in three main areas: degradable brain disease, cardiovascular disease, and nursing research, end quote. In Oslo, the Norwegian Royal Court announced that their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Haakon and Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway will attend the coronation of their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom on May 6th at Westminster Abbey. In Bucharest, it was also announced that Her Majesty Margrethe, the custodian of the Crown of Romania, and His Royal Highness Prince Radu of Romania will also attend the coronation. On Wednesday, in Larvik, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway arrived at the Thor Heyerdahl High School to attend the opening ceremony at the 2023 National School Championship in Carpentry, organized by the World Skills Norway Foundation. After the opening, the Crown Prince visited a carpentry workshop where he learned more about the, quote, importance of vocational subjects, competitions such as the National School Championship, and the value of demonstrating good skills, end quote. In Córdoba, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain attended the 2023 Tour del Talento and presided over the presentation of the Fundación Princesa de Girona Premio de Artes y Letras 2023 held at the Gran Teatro de Córdoba. The winner of the Premio de Artes y Letras went to 20-year-old violinist Maria Dueñas from Granada. Ms. Dueñas received the award for, quote, being an inspiring role model for young people, end quote. Prior to the presentation of the award, Her Majesty the Queen attended the third stage of the Tour del Talento. The Tour del Talento is an annual tour that travels through different cities in Spain with, quote, multiple events in which young people ages 16 to 30 years old can activate their talent, connect with opportunities for personal and professional growth, and at the same time promote what makes them unique, end quote. According to the Spanish Royal Court, the Tour del Talento in Corbera focuses on promoting the improvement of employability, the jobs of the future, the professional skills most in demand by companies, digital awareness and education, and, quote, propose a debate in different formats on the transforming power of culture and the arts, end quote. In Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain held military audiences this morning with 9 Army colonels, a Navy captain, 3 Marine infantry colonels, 3 Air and Space Army colonels, and 2 colonels of the Civil Guard at Palacio Real de Madrid. Each of the officers was recently appointed to take command of different military units, according to the Spanish Royal Court. In the afternoon, His Majesty the King held an audience with a group of officers belonging to, quote, promotions that commemorate the 40th anniversary of their graduation from the military academies, end quote. On Wednesday evening in Florence, Their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco attended a gala benefit dinner to celebrate the 160th anniversary of the Consulate of the Principality of Monaco in the beautiful Tuscan city. The event, hosted by the Consulate of the Principality of Monaco, also raised money for the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation and the Andrea Bocelli Foundation, which seeks to empower people and communities suffering from disease, poverty, and social exclusion. Guests in attendance included the Honorary Council of the Principality of Monaco in Florence, Alessandro Guisti, the Mayor of Florence, Dario Nardella, the Ambassador of the Principality of Monaco in Italy, Anne Eastwood, the Ambassador of the Italian Republic in the Principality of Monaco, Guido Alimio, and Miss Veronica Berti Bocelli, the wife of Andrea Bocelli, to name a few. During the gala dinner, the Sovereign Prince couple were presented with original portraits of Princess Grace by the late Florentine artist Silvano Campeggi. The widow of Silvano Campeggi, Elena Campeggi, presented the Sovereign Prince couple with the art pieces. Earlier in the day, the Sovereign Prince couple visited the headquarters of the Andrea Bocelli Foundation. Thereafter, the Sovereign Prince couple attended a small reception with the Mayor of Florence, Dario Nardella, at Palazzo Vecchio. During the reception, the Sovereign Prince couple received a gift from the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation, Italian chapter in Rome, on the occasion of the 160th anniversary of the Consulate of the Principality of Monaco in Florence. Marco Colasanti, the president of the FPA Italian chapter, presented the Sovereign Prince couple with a Monte Grappa limited edition pen entitled The Colors of the Oceans. According to a press release, the pearly resin clip sphere and the oyster shell-shaped clasp are a sign of, quote, our love and respect for the ocean. Custom blends pay homage to the beauty of the ocean and those determined to protect it. The Colors of the Oceans was created for the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation and his precious commitment to preserving the health of the oceans, end quote. I'd rather have a big pen. In French Guiana, His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians and His Royal Highness Prince Gabriel of Belgium witnessed the launch of an Ariane 5 rocket with the European Space Agency's mission entitled Jupiter Icy Moons Explore, also known as JUICE, at the Guyana Space Center. As I mentioned in Wednesday's episode, the JUICE mission will explore the planet of Jupiter and its 3 icy moons. The satellite, which will take about 7.5 years to reach its destination, which is roughly 6 million kilometers away, will become the first spacecraft to orbit a planetary moon other than Earth. The launch of the Ariane 5 rocket was supposed to take place yesterday morning, but naturally, Mother Nature said, nope, I don't think so, not happening. In other words, the launch was postponed due to weather conditions. After the postponement of the launch of the Ariane 5, His Majesty the King and the Prince decided to, go for a hike. So they went somewhere deep into the jungles of French Guiana to meet with a 3rd Foreign Infantry Regiment of the French Army. According to a press release, the REI are, quote, in charge of, amongst other things, monitoring the area around the European Space Center during the missile launches. The REI trains Belgian soldiers in a jungle combat and survival techniques because, after all, the Equator Forest covers about 95% of the territory of French Guiana. In Den Haag, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands held an audience yesterday with the President of the Republic of Estonia, Alar Karas, at the Paleis Huis ten Bosch. Last evening, in Den Haag, His Majesty the King and Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands attended the performance of One of a Kind, held at the Theater Amare. According to RVD, the performance is a, quote, production of the Holland Dance Festival and the Kyland Productions and performed by the Stuttgart Ballet. In Chiyoda, their Imperial Majesties, Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan, attended the 2023 Japan Prize Award ceremony held at the Imperial Hotel. Established in 1981, the Japan Prize is, quote, presented to scientists and engineers from around the world who have made creative and dramatic achievements that help progress their fields and contribute significantly to realizing peace and prosperity for all humanity, end quote. And finally, in Camberley, His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom, His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II of Jordan, and His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg attended the 200th Sovereign's Parade at Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. This morning's event marks the end of 44 weeks of training for 171 officer cadets. Moreover, it is the first time His Majesty the King has inspected the Sovereign's Parade at Sandhurst since becoming monarch. According to Buckingham Palace, during the event, His Majesty the King, quote, presented the new colors and the Sovereign's banner to receiving ensigns. The old colors, belonging to the late Queen, were also marched on parade with the cadets passing the statue of Queen Elizabeth II. During his address, the King praised the efforts of the officer cadets, stating, quote, I am under no illusions as to how hard you have all worked over the past 44 weeks, and I hope you feel justifiably proud of your achievements, end quote. His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan, who graduated from Sandhurst in 1981, presented the Sandhurst Academy's Al Hussein Medal to Officer Cadet Sheikh Al Waled Khalid Ahmed Al Khalifa of Bahrain. The Al Hussein Medal is presented to a non-British cadet who has shown the most significant improvement in performance during training. After the parade, His Majesty King Abdullah II, Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II, who also graduated from Sandhurst in 2017, as did his sister, Her Royal Highness Princess Salma bint Abdullah II of Jordan in 2018, held a meeting with His Majesty King Charles III and His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg. Grand Duke Henri also graduated from Sandhurst, and I'm pretty sure you probably guessed that by now, as did his sons, His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, His Royal Highness Prince Felix of Luxembourg, and His Royal Highness Prince Sebastian of Luxembourg. The Grand Duke's brother, His Royal Highness Prince Jean of Luxembourg, also graduated from Sandhurst, as well as the Grand Duke's nephews, Prince Wenceslas of Nassau and Archduke Alexander of Austria. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday, April 15th with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful evening and a great weekend. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, take care, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.